going to be breezy today. Temperatures only reaching the 30s for the afternoon. Carissa?
Thank you, Zach. February is known as National Wedding Month, a month dedicated not to weddings, but starting to plan weddings. So Peg Dzicek, a wedding planner, party planner, event planner, she does it all with premier parties and events, has joined me today. I love your saying there are no do-overs.
Well, there aren't.
Exactly. Not for your wedding.
Your wedding day is going to be one of a kind, hopefully, and only one of them. And so there aren't any do-overs. We try to make sure we do it right the first time.
So as a wedding planner, let's talk about life as a wedding planner. What's the best moment as a wedding planner?
Best moment, bar none, is at the end of the reception when everything is done. The garter is tossed, the garter is removed and tossed, the bouquet has been tossed, and everybody can relax. That's the best moment.
You have worst moment?
Worst moment is usually in the planning stages. I will take a bridezilla any day because bridezillas know what they want. It's the bride that you say, well, what are your colors? What have you thought about colors? And, oh, I don't know. Not really. Those are problems.
The indecisive, maybe.
Indecisive makes it very difficult.
Now, what do you see being the most popular month for a wedding?
June by far. June.
Really?
Oh yes, absolutely. June. And another reason February is wedding month is because of Valentine's Day, because
That's
a lot
true.
of people get engaged on Valentine's Day.
And then colors, when we talk about trends this year, are there any trends that we need to know about, maybe colors?
The color of the year for 2013 is emerald green. So I think you're going to be seeing that a lot throughout the weddings. I think even bouquets are going much more green. It's part of the natural back to nature trend. Emerald green paired with black and white, green with lighter mint, green with pink. It's going to be big this year.
Interesting. It is a beautiful color. I'm seeing it right there on the screen, and that's neat. Now, what about elements? Is there a specific element this year?
Birds are big this year.
Live birds?
Preferably not.
Okay.
We have had a couple weddings where people release butterflies and birds, and it's a little problematic. Butterflies come frozen in a state of deep sleep, and then hopefully they wake up.
Hopefully.
Doesn't always happen.
Oh no.
But birds are a big deal this year.
So are there trends to avoid this year then?
I hate to do this, Carissa, but one of them is dancing down the aisle.
Oh, like the video we saw earlier.
Dancing down the aisle is not a good idea.
It was in for a while.
It was very in for a while, and there's a lot of it's been done really, really well. It's also been done really, really badly. And you can make the one thing you want to remember when you're planning your wedding is trying to keep everybody comfortable. That includes great-grandma. That includes the minister who's performing the ceremony. So it can be a little iffy, and if not everybody in your party is a good dancer, it can be real iffy.
What else? Anything else?
Themed weddings are pretty much a thing of the past now. In the last couple years, we've seen LA Lakers themed weddings where the brides are dressed as referees, and they're all it's just out. Just not going to happen. Just not going to happen.
They're laughing a little over there. But okay, so no more of that. People, they're not getting as many spray tans and everything anymore, are they?
It was a trend for a while that brides would make demands on their wedding attendants, on the members of the wedding. You got to be tan, you got to get hair extensions, you've got to, and that's just, it's too expensive already to put on a wedding. It's too expensive to be in a wedding. You've been in weddings where you had to provide the dress and the shoes and the et cetera, and it's too expensive. You just can't ask, in this economy, you can't ask people to do that.
That's very true.
And it's silly.
It is silly.
You want people to look like what they look like, so.
That's true. Well, we've got more that we can cover with the trends coming up a little bit later in the show. Thank you, Peg. We've also got games, I hear.
We're going to try and pull off a game.
All
yes,
right.
yes.
Well, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
And it's back to you guys.
Okay, lots of good tips and
I'd say.
information there. Well, coming
Have you heard of renting the runway?
No.
No? Okay, well, you can rent famous designer wedding dresses for a fraction of the price, but then you would have to return it. So a lot of people are talking about, a lot of my girlfriends have done that for, if they are guests at the weddings, and a lot of people are now, I guess you can do your wedding gown.
So it's like renting the tux as a
Right.
male. Now all the women are
Returning
renting
it.
as well.
I know there is a big business trend to rent the bridesmaids' dresses because although they say, oh, you can wear this,
Right.
you can wear this
You
a
don't.
lot, you never do.
Just hangs in
Yeah.
the closet for
It
the
just
next
hangs there
10
for the
years,
next
yeah.
40 years,
When,
yes.
when our producer brought up the fact that people can rent wedding dresses, though, I mean, I remember seeing when I was a little girl, seeing my mom's dress, or my sisters now, my niece will get to see it and stuff. So that's something that,
A keepsake for you?
yeah, I guess if I have the money, although you can save a bunch of money if you rent it. So I get both ways. But
My mother had some good friends, they were twins, and they both wore the same dress, and then they let my mother wear that dress.
Really?
So she borrowed her dress. Yeah.
There's a
They
big
all fit just fine.
There's a big trend to trash the dress after the wedding as well.
Really?
After the reception is over, the groom dumps her in a mud hole, or they go four-wheeling, or it's called trashing the dress. And when you've spent $3, $4, $5 grand on a dress, I don't like it.
No, I
don't
think
like it.
crashing is the best,
I don't know about
best one to
that.
go for.
If you spend all that money,
Then
Not-
they set
Oh
their
my
truck
gosh.
on fire.
a little out of hand.
Okay, well, this one is from the Thought Catalog. A user told this story through a Facebook message. They sent through a Facebook message to 46 other people from the bride saying, thank you everyone for coming, and saying that she must accept with work demands, etc. She wouldn't have time to write personalized thank you notes individually, so she wrote them all thank you notes on Facebook. I've heard of like wedding invitations and stuff going out.
Trashy.
I like form.
That's the exact right word. It's trashy. Write your thank you notes. People have spent a lot of money to get dressed and get there and buy you a gift.
support
You
you.
can and support you. You can write a thank you
Show
note.
some thoughtfulness.
There were actually some what was it? You're not invited?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you heard about that? How they're sending things that are like, oh, I'm sorry, you're not invited to my wedding.
Exact. I know that there are a lot of wedding planners who take that on, who is not coming to the wedding. We will call them, tell them not to show. I have
Wow.
not had to do that yet. I'm really glad about
That
it.
wouldn't be one of the great
I
things.
don't know about that either.
No.
Well, we'll have more about all of this wedding trend talk
Maybe a
coming
new
up.
trend would be a special gathering for all the rejects.
Maybe they can have their own reception.
A special party.
Yes. Well, after the break, we'll see who's celebrating a birthday in the heart of Missouri.